What is up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be doing a rear drive shaft assembly on a 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now this applies for 2011 through 2021. They're all the same WK2. So this is the drive shaft I have here. This is a brand new Mopar propeller shaft assembly. And we're going to get this thing in. As you can see, the center carrier bearing rubber is just completely worn out, and it was causing a pretty bad vibration while driving. So for this job, you will need to lower the exhaust. It seems like you might be able to get that sucker out of there without lowering it, but trust me, it needs to be lowered. So you have these exhaust springs here. Those, I believe, are 13 millimeters, and they should come out. Just spray some WD-40 on them, and they should come right off as long as they're not too rusty. And then here in the back, I'll show you in a sec, you have all the exhaust hangers. So 1, 2, and make sure you spray WD-40 on those. 3, and then you have another one back up in there. And then that little piece I had just clips on. It's a ground. All of the bolts that hold the drive shaft in, not the ones in the middle, are all 8 millimeter Allen head bolts. You will need a combination of extensions to get it at the right angle, because sometimes it's too short and it won't go in all the way. But you will need some help getting this exhaust down. That little shield right there just goes right here, and that's just two 10 millimeter bolts that comes right down. This big shield here, that I believe was 11 millimeter bolts, and there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 that comes down. And then, but you can't get those down without the exhaust. Yeah, as you can see, that sucker was really loose. I mean, it was vibrating like crazy. So it is kind of a waste to have to replace the whole thing just for that. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. All right, so little pro tip, spray some WD-40 in these holes here, and that'll get to the back side of the bolts, because I found these bolts were the hardest to get out. Now these bolts up here that I just showed you, those are 17 millimeters in the middle. Now, they're, like I said, they're kind of the hardest ones to get out, but just spray them a little bit and they should come right out. Go ahead and grab your 8 millimeter hex head socket and ratchet and get these suckers loose. And let me show you a trick. So a problem I was running into was the drive shaft spinning when I didn't want it to. So I came up in here and I took this little piece off of the back of the center console. And then as you can see, there's a little lock symbol. So you take a little screwdriver, slide the notch over, and then pull the orange cord, and then boom, your drive shaft is unlocked so you can spin it. So that way you can get to the bolts on the actual drive shaft, because the ones on top are going to be hard to get with the ratchet. And then when you need the drive shaft to stay still, when you're torquing the bolts or tightening the bolts, you just put the thing back down like it was when you found it, and the drive shaft will stay still, because you can't really turn on the car. I mean, maybe the earlier ones you can, like the 2011 through 14, but this one has too many safety features and it won't let you put the car in neutral because it has some weird safety feature. So hopefully this tip helps you here. Also, another thing, pay attention to the marks on your drive shaft. This is on the very rear. So you have that yellow mark. And if you notice on the new drive shaft, you're going to have a yellow mark. And on the old one, it had a yellow mark. So you're going to want to line that up as close as possible to the yellow mark that's already on there. And you might notice once you get all your bolts out, that the drive shaft is still sitting in place. So what you're going to want to do is spray the drive shaft right where the yellow marks are between there on the, on the seals there, and then take a hammer and put it on the inner yellow part right there, like on the groove, and just knock it. And you might have to knock it a few times, but it just sits in there. It just sits firm in there. So you're gonna have to knock it a couple times and it will come out. All right, and here's what it looks like once the drive shaft is out. Sorry I couldn't film it. I didn't have anything to hold my phone. But like I said, if you just spray up in there and knock it hard with a rubber mallet or a hammer, whatever, that sucker will come right off. Here's the old shaft next to the new one. As you can see, it's a night and day difference. Hopefully this new one lasts a while. I don't know what the warranty on the shaft is, but anyways, here's the torque specs for the drive shaft. As you can see, mostly everything is right around 41 foot-pounds. So I went ahead and bumped it up to 45. And then you can see, some of them are a little higher. So there's everything you need right there. Make sure you get Loctite on the bolts. The one I bought came with bolts and they all had Loctite on them. So that's perfect. All right, I got that sucker in there. I was able to do the shaft by myself. As you can see, I got the yellow marks lined up. I still got some more tightening to do here, but I just slowly tighten one, and then on the other side, opposite of that, I'll tighten the other. I'll kind of do like a cross pattern so I don't, mess anything up. And yeah, it'll take some time to get all these bolts in. It's kind of a pain, but it's just what it is. This is what I did for some of them. I just had an extension because if you have just the ratchet and the socket, it'll end up hitting the coupler. So just use an extension and it'll work good. I did skip putting everything back together because I figured if you took it apart, you know how to put it back. The only thing I would suggest is if you're using the exhaust gaskets, just put some exhaust sealer on them, especially if they're old. I know they should be replaced, but I couldn't find any, and the customer was okay with not doing them. All right, now doing the test drive after torquing and checking everything. The problem before was once you get to a certain speed or once you hit it, it just starts vibrating really bad. And basically it's that center bearing just flopping around in there really good. So I'm going to test drive it, make sure everything's good. And then, yeah, that'll be it for the repair. Hope this video helped you guys out. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.